We are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So, is Cardi B going through another humiliation ritual with Stefon Diddy? Because this gotta be a prank. But, like I said before, I think their relationship is fake. But Stefon Diddy was recently spotted in the car with another woman. And, basically, she got her feet all up on Stefon Diddy. I'm like, goodness gracious. And then this lady, her name is Sky. She's like an Instagram model, thought, whatever you want to call it. She says this on her Instagram. Now, hopefully this is not recent, but this is what she had to say.
The only nigga y'all know that my name is attached to is Stefon, right? And y'all saw a picture of us together. That nigga been trying to talk to me for 10 years in my DM begging me, right? Gave a nigga a chance. Don't affiliate my name with nobody else. You ain't never seen me in a photo with booed up, kissing my feet, hugging on me, nothing like that. Like, if it's not that, trust me, I don't go with that nigga. I'm not doing nothing with that nigga.
So let me know how y'all feel about this. Now, in my opinion, why are these Spanish women saying the N-word? You guys are not black. And then on top of that, she's saying that, you know, Stefon has been in her DMs for 10 years begging her. My whole thing is with that is like, it don't matter. Obviously, he just want to hit, but he definitely got a type. Like, all the girls that he date kind of look similar. Cardi B's probably the least attractive one, but she looks similar to all the other girls. Like, light skin or Hispanic. He got a type or definitely a fetish. But in my opinion, I think that Stefon Diddy will continue to humiliate Cardi B. And it's like, how many times can somebody get cheated on? I don't think Cardi B plans on leaving. Even if he have another baby. I don't know what hold does Stefon Diddy got on her. Maybe she got that voodoo on her, but it's kind of embarrassing. No shade. Now, moving on from that, fans are calling Megan Thee Stallion out because Megan Thee Stallion has a certain persona in her raps, but she's not living that life in real life. So fans are calling her out for cooking for Klay Thompson and his father. But people are bringing up the WAP lyrics, talking about how she says she don't cook or clean, even though that was really Cardi B. And how, you know, in her music, she puts on this facade that she's not going to be submissive to a man. She says she a pimp and this and that, but she's not living that life in real life. Here's my thing. Well, in regards to Megan Thee Stallion, I feel like most women do that. Most female rappers say one thing in their music and then do another thing in real life. That's just, you know, how a lot of artists are. A lot of these male rappers, they don't really be about that street life. They pretend. And then that's why they snitch to get out of jail. And then they don't want to leave the street life no more. Look what happened with Gunna. I love Gunna, but he was never a street dude. You can definitely tell. That's why he snitched. Okay, so with that being said, I feel like it's like that in real life where people will say one thing in their music and then live a totally different life in real life. There's very few artists that really live what they say in their music. Very few. So I don't understand why people are going hard on Megan Thee Stallion. In my opinion, I think Megan is trying to marry Klay Thompson. I think that's one of the reasons why she's doing all of this. She's showing exactly how she cooking and cleaning for Klay. She's trying to get a ring. Okay? And we understand Megan's 30, 31. So she probably want to settle down soon. Now, moving on from that, Nicki Minaj did an interview recently, and this is what she had to say about new music and what she had to say about her label.
Or consider using your platform to enter politics?
Yes, I've already entered.
What's it been like for you since you've entered? How has your label reacted?
I don't know. I haven't spoken to them.
Is any of this kind of, I don't want to say change, but this evolution of Nicki Minaj going to be represented in new music that you may publish?
Yes.
Polymarket has some odds on if you plan to drop new music this year.
Really?
They do. It says 89% chance as we're talking that Nicki Minaj is going to drop an album this year.
Wow.
Do you think you'll drop some new music this year?
I'd like to. I know it would make the Barbs happy.
I think the Barbs would be very happy.
Yes.
So,
Now, Nicki previously has stated that she would not be releasing music until she renegotiated her contract with her label, but it seems as though Nicki's label hasn't really been in contact with Nicki, aka Republic. So, what does this really mean? And do you think Nicki will release some music? Okay, and if you think she's gonna release her music, how much you think it's gonna sell? Okay, I think Nicki, even though with all the backlash and everything, I think Nicki still will be able to chart on Billboard, at least the first week, because I think people are going to tune in to see what she has to say. Okay, and how the music is going to sound and what the bars are going to give. And like I said before, female rap don't move until Nicki Minaj move. That's how it works. Female rap don't move until Nicki Minaj move, because all the other female rappers, Doechii, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Doja Cat, they all copy Nicki Minaj. Ice Spice, they try to copy her cadence, her sounds, her looks, and they're inspired by her. They're not inspired by Lil' Kim. So they gonna be watching and waiting, just like the fans, even the ones that don't like Nicki, they're gonna be watching and waiting at least the first week to see what the music is gonna give. Okay? So I think it's still going to cause a buzz and people are still gonna tune in. But I do feel like the label's definitely not going to back Nicki Minaj when she dropped music. The label definitely not backing her, but I do think the general public will tune in because she hasn't dropped music in a long time. And even in 2024, she only dropped Bigfoot. Okay? She didn't really drop a lot of music. Now, moving on from that, in light of Camel Toe being in the Blankstein files from an anonymous tip that said that basically him and Harvey Weinstein, drugged and arred her. It was an anonymous person that, gave this information to the FBI. A lot of fans are saying that Queen B is going to divorce Camel Face and a divorce is coming soon. Let me know if y'all believe that. Here's my thing. I don't know if Queen B is going to just divorce Camel Face because of an anonymous tip. Now, if there were like legit pictures of him or on the island hanging out with, the Jeffrey Epstein, I feel like it would be a little bit different. But I don't know if I can see Beyonce just up and leaving him, okay? But to be quite honest, the streets say that Queen B and Camel Face have been low-key separated for years. They just pop out together for PR. That's what the streets say. The streets say that marriage been done. But I just feel like I don't think Beyonce gonna let Camel Face go right now. Only because he's a gatekeeper in the industry. And he pulls strings for Beyonce behind the scenes. So it may not be the best time for her to, let go of Camel Face when she's trying to push another album. I can understand if she was retired, but she's not that yet, okay? So I don't know if I fully believe that. Now, moving on from that, Billboard says Queen B deserved to win Album of the Year 3 times at the Grammys in their latest ranking of winners, okay? They said she should have won in 2023 for Renaissance, 2015 for, I believe that was the Beyonce album, and then also in 2017 for Lemonade. So let me know how y'all feel about it. I definitely think Queen B deserves, the recognition for having Album of the Year for at least Lemonade and the Beyonce album. Okay? I feel like the main reason why they didn't want to give it to her was because, one, racism, but two, a lot of people don't respect Beyonce as a writer versus Adele and Harry Styles. They get more respect as writers than Beyonce do because there was a time where she used to have like 20 people in one song. So I think that was the holdup for her receiving Album of the Year. Okay? But let me know if you think she'll win it for her rock album. She might. I feel like she definitely gonna get nominated. So we'll see if she'll win. Now, moving on to Kendrick Lamar. It seems like Kendrick is starting his next era pretty soon. A Kendrick Lamar affiliate or a TDE affiliate posted a picture of Floyd Mayweather with the same glove Kendrick Lamar had at the Grammys. And he said, "Message from the boogeyman." Okay, so it looks like another era will be starting for Kendrick Lamar. He hasn't let up. He got 27 Grammys total. And a lot of people feel like he might outpace Beyonce for the most Grammys by an artist by the time that he retires. Let me know if you guys are excited for Kendrick Lamar's next era. In my opinion, I'm definitely excited. Because one thing about Kendrick Lamar, none of his albums sound the same. GNX don't sound like Damn. Damn don't sound like Good Kid, Mad City. Okay? So it's one of those things where Kendrick Lamar, every era is kind of different. So I'm definitely excited to see what he got cooking up, in my opinion. Now, Tyla put out a snippet and she got a new album called A-Pop. I guess that's going to be for African pop music. But she got a new album coming out after her hit song Chanel went viral and was topping the charts. And let's listen to the snippet that everybody is talking. It sounds fire. Okay? It sounds absolutely fire in my opinion. Tyla is one of my favorite artists right now. She just don't miss. She just don't miss. She's been putting out back-to-back top hit records. Okay? She should be charting higher. The fact is the matter that a lot of fans are jealous of Tyla because some of their favorite pop stars are not releasing music, aka Rihanna. So I think like the Navies, they personally don't try to stream Tyla's music because they're jealous that Tyla's putting out music and Rihanna's not. I feel like people got to stop that. Like, we got to support Tyla. The next song she dropped, we got to get it to top 10. Okay? The next song Tyla drop, we need to support and get it to top 10 on Billboard. Not just on the African charts. On Billboard Hot 100. Okay? That's what we need to do. Now, Nicki also gave her thoughts on who she thought was the king of rap and also her stance on the transgender community. Let's take a listen.
So you're undisputably the queen of rap. Who do you think is the king?
God is the king. I personally don't have an issue with the trans part of the LGBT at all. I am the biggest advocate for adults being able to do whatever the heck they want to do. They're adults. I don't care. I only mentioned something because when it comes to children, I wouldn't even allow my 17-year-old daughter to get breast implants. Neither, like, and most 99% of the parents would not let their 17-year-old child get breast implants. So if you wouldn't let a child get breast implants, you're not going to want them to have any kind of surgery because we all know the brain is not developed. And we've heard about 19 times more likely to commit suicide. What more do you need to know? That a child is 19 times more likely to commit suicide if they have a surgery before they're an adult? So I just wanted to make that clear.
So let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, in my opinion, her not saying who she thinks is the king of rap means she don't fuck with none of them niggas, including, no shade, Wayne and Champagne Thickums, because she didn't even name the people in Young Money. You not gonna name Wayne as the king at least? That's a lot. That's a telling. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. That's very telling that she would not name Wayne or Champagne Thickums as the king. Now, I personally don't think Champagne Thickums could ever be the king if you have writers and you also lost several rap beefs, one with Pusha T, and you technically lost to Joe Budden when he dissed you, and you also lost to Kendrick Lamar. So you couldn't be the king anyway, and I'm sure Nicki knows that, and you have writers. But, you know, the fact that she didn't even name Wayne, okay, because last time I checked, God doesn't make rap music, okay? Even gospel rap music, he doesn't make. So, you know, he's the king, but who is the king of rap? And that is Kendrick Lamar, okay? But she can't name Kendrick because he's on TDE. She don't fuck with TDE. I get it. Now, congratulations to Don Toliver, one of the hottest rappers in the game. He will be going #1 on the Billboard album chart, selling 135,000. And to be quite honest, his album is fire. I would give it a 9.5, way better than ASAP The Colorist album. If I had to be completely honest, Don Toliver is one of my favorite artists out right now. If you haven't listened to his album, I suggest you do. Rosary featuring Travis Festival Killer, a 10. Also, Callback is fire. Secondhand featuring Rema is fire. He got another song called Long Way to Calabasas, fire. Don't hop on the bandwagon when he win a Grammy, okay? Hop on the bandwagon now, okay? Because I know some of y'all like to hop on the bandwagon when they win awards. His album is completely fire, better than whatever ASAP The Colorist put out. So 10s, I give it a 9.8. I'm not going to give it a 10. I'll give it a 9.5, 9.8. But well-deserved congratulations to Don Toliver.